Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now... Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Mike. Mike. Come it. You go tight. Kill. You got tight right there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Prescott yet again. Going deep for Diggs. And this will be caught at the 30. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll throw again. Prescott. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, Dillon. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Mike, hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Back. Check three.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
You must be dreaming.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Peyton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, QB, come on.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we're going to be and what do we need to get. And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That's good for the Vikings. First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We want this. Shit.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Tighten up. Kill. Watch the ship. Hey.
Prescott now. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here we go. 59. Watch the run. Kill. 26.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. The open man is Smith. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here we go. 49. Ready? Double tight, guys. 4 down. 26.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Watch the back.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
4 down. Here we go. 46. Watch the shot. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Irv Smith Jr. his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Touchdown, Vikings.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10.
Check, lucky.
They'll start the drive with Harris. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Watch the twist. Bang.
Here's Newton. It's brought in by Harris. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's get it.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. From the gun, Newton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Hey, check
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Let's go, D. Check 23.
This is Harris. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
180. 20.
From the 50, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered. And then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Newton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Watch out. Kill. Turn.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he works free. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. as they are now on the board here in the first half. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Check 55, Mike. Stay with your man.
First down, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Let's get it together, defense. Hey, kill.
They'll run it. Here's Dillon. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Now it's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Newton. Space to maneuver at the 40. Able to find Harris, complete. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard. Line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Carolina.
Ready? Ready,
36. Hey, let's get up. Let's get up.
Gun. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Harris. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's get there. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Express! 8!
Watch twist.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready?
Check 45.
8! Here we go. Express!
45. Mike 45.
20.
Gotcha.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got one. Go to 54. Go to 54. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. A little juke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with Harris. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Set. Ready, 20. Gun.
He can run for it, and he will. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run, as we just saw.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on second. From the gun, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
I'm going to run you over. 47.
25.
Let's go. Travel. Check safety, check safety. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
At the 42-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Newton. This is caught by Robinson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 8.
After the run, Newton going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
20.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. And 58 is a mic.
They'll try the air now with Newton. He gets it complete to Harris. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Gun.
Alert. 45 is the mic. 45 is the mic.
Throwing again. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now Newton. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
I
hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
From the red zone now, Newton. His pass caught at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
A first down throw for Prescott. It's complete to Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
They'll try and run for it with Peyton. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On second and 12, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
That's it. 188. Gun.
All day.
On first down, Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11. At the Vikings, 27-yard line.
Check Mike 45.
I got you.
On second and 11 now. Newton escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Here we go on fourth. Newton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton taking it in. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception. Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Watch 36. 36 to Momo.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here we go. Mike's 59. Mike, watch the pass. Watch it. We're going to 53. Watch twist. Hey, alert 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton. And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Kill. You got to step it up. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Dillon. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
They run again with Peyton. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, Ryan.
Check 99, check 99.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. On 2nd down, Dillon. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
47.
59's mark, 59's mark. Check.
On 3rd down, Benjamin. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
65.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go.
Newton now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 2nd down now, it's Gill. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 29, Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have 1 timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they will take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.
So for Minnesota, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.